Hi, my name's Luke Tipping and this is the Great British Chef's Signature Series. Simpsons is a Birmingham Institute. We've created many chefs through the Simpsons dynasty. Glyn Purnell, Stuart Dealey, Andy Waters, I'd struggle to name them all. What's more exciting as well is the amount of young chefs we're getting through. When I look in the kitchen, the average age is 18, 19, 20, and we've had a Michelin star longer than some of these guys have been born. So for me, that's more satisfying that we're encouraging the growth of the young chefs in a great kitchen. Hello, my name's Luke Tipping. I'm the Chef Director at Simpsons Restaurant in Edgbaston, Birmingham, and today we're going to be cooking a seaweed custard with Imperial Caviar, crispy mussels and chives. Basically, we're going to make the custard, which is really simple. We've got cream, egg yolks, miso, salt and some seaweed. We just need to mix all the ingredients together and then leave it to infuse, preferably overnight, but at least for 4 or 5 hours, just to let the seaweed infuse. Seaweed's from the north coast. It's called a buck rack seaweed. You can use any sort of seaweed or kelp or some kombu or something like that. So what we need to do now is just blend this up. Okay, so that's all incorporated. Then we just need to drop the seaweed in and then we can pop that in the fridge, as I say, at least for 4 hours, but overnight is preferable. Okay, so the next step for the dish is the crispy mussel element. So we've got some mussels, which we get from Fowey, from our supplier from Flying Fish. Here we have the classic ingredients for Moors marinara: white wine, cream, garlic, shallots, bit of herb, bay leaf and thyme, some butter. So in the pan, get the pan quite hot. Put the white wine in the pan, bring that to the boil with the shallots. You can add the butter and the garlic. So we bring all the wines and everything to the boil. We pop in our mussels and we cook those with the lid on for about 2 minutes until they've all opened. Okay, so our mussels are all open now, we can take those off. So what we're trying to do now is to retain all that lovely liquor for our sauce. That can go back in the pan. So this is the base to our sauce now. Okay, so next step, we've got our liquor from the mussels. We need to reduce that slightly. We're going to add some cream, some milk and some lecithin, which helps the foam stay high. It's a fat that will create the foam. Cream goes in. So what we're doing with the lecithin is just diluting it almost so it incorporates better into the sauce. Okay, that can go in. Just bring that up to the boil. Lemon juice. Okay, we just finished that off with a little bit of salt and we can adjust that afterwards. So this will now be blended. So we just need to reserve that now. Here's our custard, which we've left to infuse. As I say, for at least 4 hours, but overnight's fine. Okay, so we just need to pass out the seaweed. Okay, so we're going to cook the seaweed custard in these little pots. We're going to do this into 30 grams. So that's our custards, and they're going to just go into the steamer, set at 80 degrees steam. Around about 10 minutes, you want them to be still set, but still have a wobble as well. Meanwhile, we can pop open a few of these mussels, these beautiful mussels from Fowey. Okay, so we have our mussels and then we're going to just pass them through a panne, which is flour, egg and breadcrumbs, and then we're going to season them with a spice called quatre épices, which is like a French allspice. It's cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg and ginger. So obviously with the panko crumbs it gives it a nice light crispy texture. The next step of the dish, we have our sauce ready, custards are in. We're going to deep fry the mussels now. So drop those in. This could be used as a little snack or, you know, super tasty. When we first set up Simpsons, it was very, there was 3 of us in the kitchen. Now there's 8 or 9. We didn't have a style, we just opened the doors and got on with it. It was just very of the moment. It was a chef's restaurant, there was nothing else like that. I think when you're a chef's restaurant, the passion's there. Okay, so there's the mussels, just nice and golden crispy. With a little bit of seasoning. This is the sauce we prepared earlier. The way to create the bubbles is incorporating air. We just use a stick blender, but if you tilt the pan and just keep pulsing and just trying to incorporate air, see how foamy it's becoming now? It's almost like in a coffee shops when they're trying to create the cappuccino effect and they keep moving it and banging it. Okay, so now we're ready to plate the dish up. The custards are ready, so mussels on top. And then this is a caviar we use. It's Imperial Caviar from King's. Beautiful eggs and some chives. And then we've foamed our sauce. So this is my dish. This is seaweed custard with crispy mussels, imperial caviar and chives.